And so I assume I'm live now. Hello, chat. I was just testing to see if I could get this layout working. So I have the main screen right here. I have chat over where I can't put my mouse because OBS is only capturing the main monitor, and this is the entirety of my main monitor. I'll have information at the bottom of the screen always, and I'll have my webcam in the bottom right. Yeah, this is what I'm planning for the setup. And yeah, I'm just gonna go open the link to make sure that the stream actually started. The entirety of my main monitor. All right, so the stream did actually start. That's good. Everything sounded right for everybody? I'm gonna double check that. And yeah, I'm just gonna go open the link to make sure that the stream actually started. The entirety of my— Hey, I don't sound that bad. So there we go. I can now close out of that one. But like, I end up accomplishing what I wanted to do off stream. The only issue is that that chat is light mode, and I can't quite figure out how to change that. So thank you, OBS. It looks like I'm gonna need to go do stuff with stream elements and get like extra mods added on to OBS in order to get that to not look like that. But I have chat up on the screen. It's right there. You can talk, and it's right there. Yeah, and I just changed some of my mic settings because I end up doing post-processing and editing to match what I did on my laptop, because I think I sound warmer from when I record on the laptop's environment. So I changed stuff to have it better match that. So it should be good. Should. But anyway. So I didn't have much of a plan. What happens, I can't switch YouTube to dark mode inside of OBS itself. And that's the issue. Because I can interact with this chat box here, which is the popped out chat, but I can't set the OBS chat, like the pop out chat, into dark mode from just this window. I am signed in, and if I actually move this up, you can see it's just a chat pop out that I just hide that part behind my webcam. And then yeah, it's just a thing. So yeah, I prefer a dark theme as well. And like, that's the one thing that annoys me about this setup. And I was gonna try and figure out how to fix this, but I spent like 40 minutes on it. And it seems like the answer is install more software. So we're gonna deal with light mode for the next couple streams. Unfortunate. Anyway, so I just have Slay the Spire open, and I'll just be playing this in the background, responding to chat. I'm in the run that's just about to go into Hexaghost. Just over half HP. And I have big bonks. And yeah. That's basically the gist. I haven't gotten a single remove, which is... no, I've removed one strike, so... Yeah, the eyeball burning. That is the Swing Ripper production value coming out. And I picked a fire breathing to make sure I beat this boss cleanly. So it should be an easy fight. I'll just go ahead and upgrade. Probably... I know I'm going to want Feel No Pain upgraded eventually, but Flame Barrier helps me more in short term, so I'm going to get Flame Barrier up. Oh, disarm turn 1. Great. Oh no! The damage. Just get out my powers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 36 damage. Easy. I'm gonna start taking No, I'm actually not gonna take damage because I have this plated armor. Yeah, no, this run's powerful. I do want to start making blood for blood cost cheaper, so I'll just willingly take some chip damage here. I mean, I'm good with Swing Ripper, or Swing, or whatever. People call me SR sometimes, and I think that's funny. My real human name, I'm also fine with people calling me that, but I'm not going to say it out loud here, just because I don't want to. It's a very good game, and you're probably going to see me get a really powerful run and then die due to draw RNG, and then I say, I should have played around it, because I should have played around it. And this is the part where I'm going to take a crap ton of damage because I didn't draw block cards. Because because I didn't prioritize taking card draw. And that's kind of the thing. If anything goes wrong, it's probably your fault somehow. You just don't know how yet. And this Limit Break, I have 0 ways to add strength in my deck yet, but it is a very fun card if you do. So, let's get rid of it. It is the second spelling. I'll tell you that. And then I'll go blood for blood, headbutt back the blood for blood, but it won't matter because I just Carnage and win. Feed is very strong. I do have the big bonk theme going for Immolate. I don't have an offering to try and Exhume back. Exhume could be very funny to get back another copy of Disarm, and then get a Feel No Pain proc off each one. But I think the answer has to be Feed. This is Slay the Spire. I am West Coast, yeah. Constricting Whiptail, okay. Apparently, I'll just go into graphs and I'll see the Constricting Whiptail. Every run is winnable, as far as we're aware. The community has not found an unwinnable seed. They found seeds that are very hard, but they have not found one that is unwinnable. I mean, generally, I would say that that's actually a pretty low cost to get an extra grapple. That's very strong. This is the earliest you can actually get an item bonus to grapple. For me, the way I'm evaluating this is hand number 3, which is gross already for that price. And this is just going to hold you over until you get Armbands of Athleticism. This is a very, very strong item, for sure. Yeah. I'm currently playing on Ascension 20, and by the way, how this game works is every time you beat the game, you unlock a harder difficulty up to 20, which is the maximum. And what makes each round harder? Stacks. There is the full list of things that are more difficult about this game right now. So elites spawn more often, which is actually good for me, because elites have very powerful drops. Normal enemies are deadlier, elites are deadlier, bosses deadlier. I don't full heal after boss battles anymore, I start every run damage. Normal enemies are tougher. Elites are tougher, bosses are tougher, that means more HP. Deadlier means they deal more damage. I start each run with an unremovable curse in my deck. I have fewer potion slots, 2 instead of 3. I don't see upgrade cards very often. Bosses don't drop as much gold. I don't have as much max HP. Shops cost more money. And then all the enemies have improved AI. And then on Ascension 20, there are 2 final bosses. I'd say Ironclad is my best character, but I'm gonna go with Feed and see if I can actually remember to get those feeds off. Astrolabe. Astrolabe is so goated. Strikes and Defense are just garbage. Hello, First Glass. Strikes and Defense are just garbage, so I want to get them out of my deck. Astrolabe gets 3 of them out of my deck and replaces them with random cards. So I'll do this. That's not very good, but, you know, it's playable. This is Area of Effect, so it helps me against the birds. Flex is not good for my strategy, but it combos with Limit Break, I guess. All in all, they're still better than Strikes and Defense, it's just I kind of low-rolled that one. Which is fine. I have 2 Fire Breathings, so if I find Evolve and a bunch of status cards, I can self-status. What's the likelihood of triggering Feed? How hard can I block? Which is not super hard right now. If I can block and just keep on stalling out a fight, it's my choice when the fight ends. So the idea with Feed is you just stall out the fight until the point where Feed will kill something. And then when Feed does kill something, you just gain more max HP. And then I've seen people go on runs with Ironclad and get like 130 max HP by the end of it. It is a different game without multi-lane. I want to buy the board game soon, but yeah. Oh, hey, look, the birds. I'm going to disarm front bird. And I'm going to lose all my plate armor. But I'm going to get a fully discounted blood for blood, which is fine, I guess. What the hell is my RNG? This is Slay the Spire in a nutshell, everybody. This is it. Each of these birds, I think, only have a 1 in 3 chance of doing their big attack, and the big attack is just double the damage I'd normally take. I drew 0 of my defensive cards when I have, 3 more defensive cards in the deck, which isn't a lot, but, like, yeah. I will make some Player Core 2 build videos. I'm just waiting for Day 1 errata. I'm honestly just gonna abandon run here. I don't care. It's probably better for chat to see something from the start. I've been playing Pathfinder for basically as long as Ronald the Rules Lawyer has been making videos, so about 3 years now. Thereabouts. And I'm on Ascension 20 with every character except Watcher, because I took a break from the game when right before Watcher came out, basically. And now I've gone Watcher up to 19. You're gonna need to define what you mean by fixed. I mean, I heard that Mercy got better, but, like, I'm not gonna read too much into all the stuff in Player Core 2. Realistically, I think that I play about 2 sessions Pathfinder a week, actually. Day 1 errata. I think we're gonna get clarification on the Oracle spell slot debate one way or another. And I am team, they are fine at 3 slots. So... other Day 1 errata I'm expecting. I can act... You know what? I'm pretty sure Paizo will come up with, oh wait, you need to become trained in spells. I'm pretty sure they'll do that. They'll become trained in Divine or something. Yeah, Livewire is definitely going to get a clarification on it. There was briefly another human in the background, yes. I'd probably have Investigator as main class, just because then you can have the alchemical items that you can apply to things. You're going to see Starfinder 2 stuff from me. And I'll tell you that, because we are going to be seeing the playtest for Starfinder 2 in alt-tabbing out to see the calendar. 9 days. So, you can expect a lot of Starfinder 2 content from me in 9 days. I mean, I have no idea what builds I'm going to do first. I only do builds when they personally inspire me. That is the only time I do build guides. I'm not going to make build guides a series that I do. If I do full build guides, because I think I have something interesting to say, and a build is the best way to say it. Yeah, honestly, I think that Investigator is a lower power level class in general. So, it's kind of rough out there. With them having easier access to free action devise, I think they're a lot stronger now. They're probably in a very healthy spot now, but they're definitely in a rough spot before. Yeah. And the other reason I don't really want to go into Starfinder 1 content is that I need to learn Pathfinder 1, and I don't want to do that. I'm also really interested in Starfinder 2e. I know I have plans with Ron to live stream as soon as the playtest drops, and we're going to talk about that a lot. Then I'm in talks with my normal, like, in-person group about doing a live stream game online. So, favorite PF2e class? Fighter. It's either Fighter or Cleric, entirely because I am a terrible person and like to make Ronald the Rules Lawyer, who's my GM whenever I play, suffer. Yeah, and I prefer making tech guides over build guides, and I also haven't been as involved in the Player Core 2 reveal cycle, just because I don't find making videos reading the book interesting. So, as a creator, I just don't like making those kinds of videos that much. I always want to do something else, and that's why all my videos have been like, let me discuss how this piece of the rules will fit into the meta as we know it, instead. I don't know what Rope Dart is, so... if you could post me, like, the rules, just like a copy-paste from Archives and Nethys of just, like, what the item does, I can tell you my opinion. Yeah. I like Thaumaturge. I don't like the fact that our best recall knowledge class is charisma based. But other than that, I like Thaumaturge a lot. I think Thaumaturge is in a good spot in the game where it has a lot of interesting utility that you'd slap onto a normal damage marshal. Oh, and the only difference you're going to notice between livestream me and pre-recorded me is that livestream me will take a pause to think about what I need to say next, where pre-recorded me will have those pauses cut out. So, yeah. Oh yeah, I made those homebrewing videos knowing that they'd show up in Google searches, and that people would then come over to the main channel from that. So I knew that those guides would be good to have in my library for a long duration. That was like part of my game plan with them. And I also want to make stuff that'd be helpful for a lot of people. And I knew every Game Master guide that I make bombs. In terms of viewership, it's half my normal viewership. But I think it's important to make those types of guides, so I always find space to do them. How to build Thaumaturge for damage? Take a D8 weapon. I don't know what else to tell you. I like to think of myself as clever in terms of, like, my strategy. So, a lot of my videos, you can kind of see this is a thing that I put, and I'd say about 1/5 of my videos I optimize for Google search. The other 4/5 I optimize for clicks right now from appealing title thumbnail. And, by the way, if you're looking at the metrics and only the metrics, you will find that optimizing for Google search is just blatantly incorrect. Just super, super wrong. If you're looking at short-term metrics, it's super bad. But a lot of the time, what appeals to the people that are Googling things, what appeals to people that actively want to watch Pathfinder content on YouTube, are actually divergent. So you can't really make a video that covers both bases. But I think I now have stuff on my channel that covers, like, all the main questions. Yeah, and I see what you mean about classes don't have constrained action, econ, but I think that all the classes you listed have a constrained action econ, because they all have, like, a primary class mechanic they want to use. Because with a monk, you're always going to want to flurry blows. With summoner, you're always going to want to use your tandem actions. With investigator, you're always devising a stratagem. With thaumaturge, you're always going to exploit weakness and then attack. With magus, you're always trying to get a spell strike off. So I think that fighter, cleric, druid, and all those actually have a more freeing action economy for me personally. Because they let me do more interesting things with feats that are like strike pluses. Oh yeah, and I also try to have the title tell everybody about the video. Like, accessibility is a pretty big deal. I don't want to, like, pause the entire tempo of my videos to read off every single word on screen, though. So I will reference a mechanic. I'll put the mechanic on screen for those who can read it, and otherwise it's like, if you know what trip does in Pathfinder, you're pretty much good. Common disarm for us. So, my thing is, I see a D4 damage die, and I'm not super excited just generally to play a two-handed D4 weapon. You could probably make it work on a ruffian rogue, but, like, it's not something that interests me. No. Oh yeah, like, Ron's demonstrations are all scripted, and he will reset to get the RNG he needs in order to show off the mechanics that he wants to show off in those combat demos. He keeps it all very reasonable and very balanced in terms of how the dice land, but those combat demos are pretty scripted. So that's why I wanted to live stream mine, so I can prove that I'm not scripting them. And I know that Pathprimers already has, like, all the stuff built in the Foundry environment, and I have the party built in the Foundry environment, so we're all ready to go for tomorrow. I just need to figure out how to get chat to work, and I've done that now, so yeah, like, everybody, when they go to think they're gonna make a YouTube channel, they always say, oh, I'm gonna be big variety, and then you see that you have one thing that pops off harder than the rest, and then you have to choose. So that's why I'm kind of locked into the Pathfinder 2 stuff, and you don't see me post about Slay the Spire very often. I think that Oracle got the best treatment in Player Core 2, followed by Alchemist, but that's the obvious answer. Then I think Barbarian got the most changes and the most help. So, aside from the obvious, Barbarian is then the next most improved. I can see somebody's pinged me on Discord. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna go get OBS back open. There we go. I mean, you can't actually trip or disarm from the thrown range. It needs to have the specific thrown trip trait that you'll see on, like, Bola. That's a separate trait. So, that doesn't really work the way you want it to. Anyway, I'm gonna just play Run of the Silent. And so the Silent is like this game's rogue character-ish. Whale reward. Let's see, who's the boss? Guardian. Guardian is probably the easiest boss for every character in the game. But it does require you to be defensive, where the rest of Act 1 is kind of a damage check. So that's gonna be an issue. One elite with a couple good fires. I can take up to 3 elites going that path. And also, I'm not shooting to beat the heart. I'm just trying to get back to being anywhere near 25% win rate in this game. Because, like, I cannot do that. Would I go max EP for rare card? The Silence rare cards are kind of weak. I need to draw 2 cards because the Silence starts with the fattest starting deck. And I want to make sure that I'm not just only drawing strikes and defends turn 1. The Guardian catching strays already. Holy shit. But yeah, I think I'm going to take Common Relic because a lot of Common Relics tend to be very damage-oriented. Amori. Interesting. That gives me a lot of freedom to get this early. So events are now more valuable because now the Serpent event isn't just a dead floor. Which makes me want to go this route I was thinking of beforehand. And if I feel weak here, I can pivot into the shop and just go to the boss. But if I feel strong, I can take 1 elite or lock myself into 2 elites if I feel really, really strong. So this is a strong path. I'm going to start here. And it's floor 1 Jawworm. Alright, abandon run. Jawworm is known to be the hardest enemy on floor 1. Because it blocks, it self-buffs, it will outscale you, and it's just awful. You hate Jawworm. That's kind of a thing. If you look at the Slay the Spire forums, everybody jokes about floor 1 Jawworm taking half your HP, because it's just like, it happens. And there's nothing you can do about it. And so, in this game, you can play cards that give you block. Enemy does damage. Damage that you fail to block will go to your HP, and block is cleared at the start of each turn. And this is a card that starts in my deck always, Ascender's Bane. It goes away after a turn, but it eats a draw in every fight. So it's just another way the game makes my life a lot more difficult. And you see, Jawworm blocks for 5 now. This will make him do less damage, and then block and deal a little bit of damage. And I didn't draw any of my strikes because they're all here, of course. I'm testing stream level 20 count with a bunch of friends. Want your advice? How do you recommend selecting gear for by them? So, you can actually go look at the starting gear for starting at a higher level. And I'd say do that, but add 1 more on-level item. So give them 1 item that is of level 20 or lower. Because the starting at a higher level assumes that you're going to be starting at that level. Where I think that adding 1 more on-level item balances it out. To be like the middle of that level. You know what I mean? So here is, I could do the greedy thing and take a Tactician, which only is good when I have the discard combo engine going. Piercing Whale, which is really good in the harder fights, or Dagger Spray, which will help me beat the next basic enemies. I'm going to take Dagger Spray, because I've gotten burned by being too greedy too much. I'll do the Golden Idol, and I'll lose some max HP. That's just going to have me get more gold at the end of each fight. Potions. Sweet. And here's the big decision. So, I don't have any reason to decide to be... There's a mediocre Shiv card, a mediocre Poison card, and Piercing Wail, which is a defensive card. But as I said, a lot of Act 1 is a damage check. So I'm going to want to take one of these damage sources here. Deadly Poison is 5 and then 4 damage, so it's 9 damage over 2 turns, which is pretty acceptable as a Strike Plus. Good night. So I think I can take Deadly Poison over this, which is a defend that also does a little bit of damage. Just because this really isn't good enough. And I don't have any synergies with just direct attacks, and Poison both have strong builds. This is better in its respective build, and also it helps me with my big issue right now, which is actually dealing damage to enemies. That's going to deal 5 damage, now it's going to deal 4 damage next turn. If I block twice here, I'm actually guaranteed to get a kill with what's in my draw pile next. Slay the Spire isn't that hard to get into. It does have a ridiculously high skill ceiling. Like, I consider myself mediocre at best. Because players that are actually good at this game can win streak rotating between all the characters at the hardest difficulty. Where I'm panicking about, like, a lot of stuff, and I know that I have not won a run on the Silent at Ascension 20 in, like, 5 runs. So, that's where I am. This is another Poison card. It's 9 damage immediately, and then keeps on, like, doing good stuff. So I think I'm going to take it, just because Poison gets better the more Poison you have. I'm going to take that. Then I can get an upgrade off. What elite am I most scared of? With this many basic defense in my deck, all of them are terrifying. I think I go Neutralize, just because generically it's a good defensive upgrade. Gets me another turn of enemy doing less damage. Two are pretty bad for me, but I can basically mulligan hands against Lavagulin. And this power potion here, I'm expecting to be Wraith form, or something I should drink right now. But I'm just gonna pass. Because if I deal damage to him, it'll wake up. My next draw will actually be pretty decent, so I can wake him up here. And with the 8 poison on. Neutralize, poison, defend, strike. Okay. And you should expect to take some damage in an elite fight. Unless your deck is completely busted. Like, here I'm debating, yeah, I'm just gonna go for the strike because, like, I need to make sure this guy dies. Because now he's going to debuff me and reduce my strength and dexterity, so all of my basic cards that just block or deal damage get weaker. That does not weaken my poison, though, so poison is very good to this fight. That's this turn. And now... this is only going to deal 4 damage, 3 block each. Ouch. But I just need to wait for my poison to just tick. And I just need to deal 5 damage. That's 5 damage. Got him. Dead. Aga Prep. Nightmare would be really good if my deck was good. But my deck is not good. So I'm going to probably take another Deadly Poison. And Cultist Potion will help me with these future fights. I think I'm going to go here rest, and I have very strong potions, and I'm fine with burning them, so I'm probably going to go fight those elites. User Bracelet is fine. It's Jawworm again. 3 damage. Ouchies. I can just kill you to get you out of there, and then there's Jawworm here that is just gonna hit me for 17. I can't do anything about it. Classic Jawworm. Owie. All these cards are terrible. But I have to fight 2 elites, so I'm just gonna gamble everything on distraction working out. The favorite character I've ever played in a tabletop game was probably my overconfident crossbow fighter I played in a 5e game that fell apart after 2 sessions. Just because the character was really fun to roleplay as. So, that's why. Will I make an Other Ways to Fill Party Gaps video? I kind of already made a video talking about what party gaps exist. So, I don't really see the need for me to go further on that topic. And I'll make more stuff if I have a reason to do so. Also, by the way, this guy next turn is going to hit me for 24 and I'm not going to live. I can know exactly what's going to happen. I need Wraith Form here exactly or I lose. Hey, it's Wraith Form. It's that easy. Wraith Form makes it so I only take 1 damage for 2 turns, but kills my dexterity so I just can't block after that. So I have like 3 turns to kill the enemy or I just lose. The next fight is 50-50 of Lava Ghoulin or Sentries, which you have not seen yet, chat. Sentries are area of effect. I'll take Piercing Wail and try. Okay, this is not that bad for me. Because I can Dagger Spray, hit that guy with the deadly poison, hit that guy with the deadly poison. Poison goes through blocks, so they're dead. That guy's at 2 HP, and then I just hit him once. Easy. Simple. That's why I took the AoE card all those floors ago. Yeah, like, I try to make a lot of my guides very general no matter what gets added to the game. And that's another reason why I don't want to make read the book videos. They don't help me in my library. So, like, my entire channel is basically a bunch of stuff that somebody can watch through if they want to learn more about the game. But it's not... Making a video that's only about, like, ooh, here's the new book. It has a much shorter shelf life, I'll say. I think I take Storm of Steel here. Just because if I get it turn 1, it can help me burst down one of the sentries. And that's kind of what I need to bank on. Because I'm just playing extremely high variance right now, which is a very bad game plan. But if I play a low variance way, I just lose. So I need to take a bunch of risks here. So, okay, it's Lava Ghoulin. Sure. Oh, Blade Dance, that's a good card. Do I want to pop my load here? I don't want to get these deadly... My deck is very... My deck is not very defensive. I pass. I am slaying that Spire right now. Yeah, like... Ron is also super busy with, like, actual lawyer stuff. So, his content has been just like that recently. Yeah, now my deck, I'd say, is defensive enough for me to throw a Poison Potion, throw some poison out, throw a Dagger Spray, and a Neutralize. Like, that's now my opener. And you're gonna hit me for 15 now. I do this, I do this, I do this, and I eat a shit ton of damage. And I have no way out of this. I am dead. Welcome to Slay the Spire. I just die. There's absolutely nothing I can do here. Yep, there we go. That's a run. It has now been 6 runs since I've won on the Silent. Was that seed beatable? Probably. I just don't know how. Yeah. I don't even think it was like super unlucky. I think that I took a greedy double elite when I shouldn't have. I think my pathing on the map was very greedy. I think my card choices were correct, but my pathing on the map was overly greedy. Yeah, unfortunate. Slain the Spire. True, true. I've heard the Watcher, you can get a 95% win rate on the Watcher at Ascension 20, just because you can play to get infinite combos on the Watcher very, very consistently. And you just don't take a lot of cards, so you always get the cards that then let you keep on cycling through. Because the Watcher has the easiest ways to cheat out energy. But in Pathfinder terms, the Watcher can cheat out 20 actions in a turn. So, the Watcher's broken. If you know how to play her well, which I do not. So, like for newer players, they think the Watcher is the weakest character, and then you get to the actual, like, the better you get the game, the more broken the Watcher becomes, and I'm pretty bad at the game, so. I can tell you, like, how bad I'm getting screwed luck-wise, but that doesn't mean I'm making good decisions. That's kind of how this game works. So the Defect has his funny mechanic of balls, or aka orbs. There's a 3 elite path this way. I will try and snipe a 1 HP elite, and then take an elite, then take an elite, or an elite. Oh, and it's Guardian again. And so I took Niao's Lament, which has all the enemies in the first 3 combats have 1 HP. So, floor 1 Jawworm, not a problem. Yeah! High-level players really like this start just because it deals with floor 1 Jawworm, because floor 1 Jawworm is just that stupid. Early game. Against Guardian, I kind of like Darkness. Darkness is also pretty bad in hallway fights, but I don't need to worry about them because I have Niao's Lament, so I can play greedier. Let's go. Birdman, die. Caw. My deck is too early. I don't have enough draw for Turbo to be great. This is Slay the Spire. I'll take an attack potion because I hate Sneckle Oil. And, okay, so no 1 HP elite for me. I think I take Steam Barrier. And I will transform a Defend into Chaos. That's bad, but it's fine. If I play any of these cards here, my opponent gets +3 damage every single turn, so. I'm honestly debating just hitting Abandon Run at this point. I'm tilting. Playing the Defend has me take more damage, and I die. That's what I get for taking Dark Orb instead of Streamline. That's what it came down to. I made a bad card choice, and I died because of that. Give me the 1 HP fights again. I don't care. I don't want to hear it, chat. I don't want to hear it. Oh yeah, I've only heard good things about the board game. Yeah. I think I'd take Cold Snap here just because it's some kind of strike that gives a benefit beyond a strike. Bang. I'm not taking Claw. You might not be in the You might not know about the Slay the Spire memes, but Claw is law according to all the shitpost subreddits. Do snakes have bones? So let me just go ahead and prove this. I believe they have bones. Hex Ghost. Okay, I'll take the claw for the chat. Take the max HP here. I'll try and get the 1 HP elite. Transform my strike into Melter. Melter's great. Okay, no 1 HP elite. I'll claw. Scrape is usually terrible. That being said, I think it's really funny to build a claw deck. So we're going to build a claw deck, guys. I mean, octopi really only have their beak, so you're going to end up arguing if the beak is a bone. And I believe teeth are bones, so therefore the beak should be a bone. Oh, and for the record, chat, I also believe water is wet, because you touch water and you experience wetness, so therefore water is wet. And chat's getting excited over a claw deck, of course, of course. I wouldn't be a Slay the Spire streamer without it. Okay, if you say it's not a bone, I'll believe you. As a non-expert in the topic, where this does not really affect my life that much. That is true. Water is wet because there's water on your water. I agree. And I'm 3 damage off killing this guy, so I'm just going to take an extra 8. Because this guy rolled max HP at spawn, so... I... take Capacitor, I guess? I hate this fight. You'll notice I say I hate this fight every single fight. Because that's Slay the Spire, baby. Now you're going to play vulnerable, so I take 50% more damage. Now you're going to hit me for 1 billion. Claw! The claw! I think I'd take another cold snap just because I want to fill my orb slots. By the way, it did not matter which chest I took there because the order of the relics in the game's code is predetermined based on the seed. So it didn't matter what chest I saw there, it's illusion of choice. I think grab a dual cast, that way my scrape is better. I mean, of course the fight hates me too. And Hexago's turn to attack actually does damage based on the amount of max HP, or current HP you have. So me limping into the Hexaghost fight is actually perfectly fine, so we greed. We ball. It is called hating the fight, I agree. Pretty sure I can beat this guy. Beat him up. Where's lunch money? Yeah, claw! I'm actually gonna recall Scrape to get the crap out of my deck there. Yeah. But I also get rid of... didn't get rid of anything important. Great. Yeah, let's go. So now I should have a claw, and that claw will actually give me the... Oh, I didn't draw the claw, but I had enough burst damage anyway. Do I go for Blightning? Considering I'm fighting Hexaghost, Blightning's actually pretty good. Do I upgrade here? Yes, because I'm not a coward. But what do I upgrade? I upgrade Capacitor. So my goal is just get enough Frost Orbs where I can just press end turn repeatedly and the fight plays itself. Alright, chat. Are we gambling? If one Lightning Orb hits the right guy and I strike him, that's very good. I'm taking only 2 damage. If I defend, I'm taking 7 damage and the right guy's still alive. So, I'm going to punch the guy on the right, and we're going to gamble. We got him. Inevitability is a concept in this game as well, but you more talk about it as scaling. Like, Claw actually gives you scaling because it has all claws do more damage. So, Defect actually has some pretty good scaling. Let's go gambling! Except I actually hit it rich. You know, 99% of gamblers quit before they make it big. So like this deck only has Claw for scaling right now, which is very poor. So I need to find a lot more synergy with Claw in order to have Claw be my main scaling. But I'm also building up the Orb strategy, because that's the main focus of this class. And so if I find one focus card, I then have Orbs as my form of scaling. Because you can see I have a bunch of 5 damage at the end of each turn, 8 block at the end of each turn. Claw is pretty damn bad, because in order to take second Claw, you need to take first Claw, and first Claw is garbage card. The only reason to take Claw is if you have 0 scaling going into a boss. Like, and if you have 2 to 3 Claws, you can turn 1, draw a hand of all Claws, and lose the game due to variance. So Claw is a very high variance strategy, even if you have a Claw deck. So you usually see people take it as a deck that already has a very strong block engine, to then get some form of damage scaling. That's normally where you see Claw the most. But in any case, Claw, it's great. Melter, dual cast, strike, and he's dead. So Recycle is actually pretty good. It lets me take things like Meteor Strike. So I'm going to take it just because I think it's cool. And also going to Hexaghost, who will put status cards in my deck. I can use Recycle to get rid of status cards. Because Exhaust means I just remove them from the deck for that fight. So Hexaghost will put bad cards in my deck, and I can get rid of them with Recycle. So I'm just going to take a lot of damage here. Ow. Alright, chat. I have no option but to go gambling because Claw has very poor damage. And we won. We won gambling again. Hey, nothing off that one, so there we go. Amplify is really good, but I don't have enough powers for it to be, like, there yet. If I had things like Stealth Repair, if I had things like a Focus Generator, and I had a higher power density, Amplify would actually be pretty decent. But I can't confirm that, and I need something to help me beat that boss right there. So I'm going to take a Ball Lightning. And there's a thing of you should never rest before Hexaghost. My block engine is just trash, though. It's basically just, I get Frost Orbs. I can't stop winning. Yeah. I like Ironclad the most. I find it very hard to be consistent on the Silent, just because I have a skill issue. I'll make Recycle cost 0 to make my, Scrape better. Alright, Hexaghost. You know what? Got 2 Frost Orbs. That's pretty good. Claw, Capacitor, Zap, Scrape. Strike. I'm only taking 2. Wait, I'm taking 0 because gold-plated cables. Yo! We got him. Only taking 1 damage. Easy. I just keep on attacking, and eventually I win. How? Not sure yet. But I will win. If I had some kind of focus gain, all these orbs would be doing more of their effect. 9 damage coming in. So anyway, chat, what do we want to play next run? I didn't have a block engine. If I got a Glacier, I'd probably win. That's kind of the thing with Slay the Spire, though. You always can say something like that. I do like Ironclad. There's nothing for me to gamble on there. I couldn't gamble anymore. I mean, I already did play Silent. I died to an early elite twice. Aw, dang it. I'll take the 18 damage and snap pick an Apotheosis. I didn't get it. So all these are pretty bad, by the way. But I will take Sadistic Nature just because Ironclad has a lot of cards that apply both weak and vulnerable. So you can actually build a Sadistic Nature deck. That's not something I've ever really done. And the Ironclad starting deck is 5 strikes, 4 defense, and bash. So you have 6 offensive cards and 4 crappy defensive cards, but you heal a bit at the end of each combat. And due to my Sadistic Nature, my bash is also plus 5 damage, which is pretty nice. 3 strikes kills you. I'm guaranteed to draw 3 strikes next turn. I block. Clothesline is 17 damage once I have Sadistic Nature in play. That makes it a big enough bonk that I take it. Sadistic Nature is in my next hand. We go. Heavy Blade's pretty trash, just generally. Because, like, Heavy Blade is rarely better than 2 strikes. Like, actually. Headbutt can be fine. I think I'd take Headbutt just to better deal with elites. This act. And it's Jawworm. How's it going, bro? We haven't seen you in a minute. Okay, apply to vulnerable. Sadistic Nature time. Headbutt time. And I just need that. I mean, kinda, sorta. Heavy Blade is only good if you have a very strength-oriented deck and you don't have a better payoff. Because, like, I'd rather take a Twin Strike over Heavy Blade even if I was in a strength-oriented deck. Because the difference between 1 and 2 energy is just such a big deal. Because if I want to burn a bunch of energy into attacks, I have Clothesline, I have Bash. Like, I already have stuff to do that job. So Heavy Blade just has a pretty bad spot. This is Slay the Spire. I guess I should change the description at the bottom of the screen. So there we go. I mean, Thunderclap is an area of effect 9 damage once I have Sadistic Nature in play, so I'm gonna take it. I will take the 5 max HP. I'm then gonna remove a strike from my deck, as 6 is a lot less than all my other offensive cards. I'm then going to upgrade Sadistic Nature because I'm building my entire deck around it, so I might as well. And here's a fight I'm actually not that scared of with my deck. Yeah. You're gonna see that I'm not very good at this game. You see, calling Twin Strike Flurry of Blows makes it sound good, and, it's not. I should eat a bunch of damage here, and then I kill him. Elites are now easier for me to kill. They have less HP. I think I grab the True Grit because its upgrade is so gross. True Grit normally just banishes a random card from your hand for the rest of the combat. When you upgrade it, you get to pick the card it banishes. So it's very, very strong. And I'm going to be going to a slime fight. It's decent to slime. Because they give you a lot of status cards, and this can help you get rid of them while blocking. So, we're going to do this. I'm not going to think twice about it. Nunchaku is fine, but not anything to write home about. I'm just going to keep on trying to farm elites. Here's 3 more damage and area effect. I'm just going to upgrade Bash, I think. Just because I like 3 vulnerable. It's a good amount of vulnerable. Hey, look, an enemy. Sadistic nature. I am going to wake you up the turn I draw Bash. I'm going to wake you up the turn I draw Bash. Actually, do I want to remove a strike from my deck? I'll remove a strike from my deck. Thunderclap. Bash. Let's see what I get from this. Bludgeon. Strike Dummy's fine. As Ironclad. Strike Dummy actually makes Double Strike a decent card, because then it's 1 mana, 16 damage, which is absurd. Like, without any strength. So. Do I want Rampage? Is this a Rampage deck? I have no other scaling, so it might actually be a Rampage deck, because I have Headbutt to put it back on top. So it might be a Rampage strategy. I think that it's Rampage angle. Rampage. Trying to find my power that gives me actual damage. Maybe a bit late, but hey, basic strikes are 9 damage now. If I actually remembered that I have Strike Dummy, he would be dead. But nope, I just lose like 60 gold because I played like an idiot. I'm just gonna skip. That sucked. Well, it's these idiots. Do I intend to build a Flurry Ranger Wrestler? No, because I think it is too self-explanatory for me to really have an interest in making a full guide. How many defensive cards do I have? 5 total, including my defense? That's really bad. I need to take Ghostly Armor. It's not a good card, but I need another defensive card. Feather makes I will basically never need to rest again, and let's upgrade Rampage. Bonk, bonk, bonk. And Slime Crush. Nothing is going right. I'm going to start popping this regen potion because I'm going to need the HP in this fight. $86 minus 9 is exactly 75. Which means that he'd split, and that's not good, so I'm gonna have to stall another turn. Okay. Base. Strike. It turns out I didn't need that HP. I can split you. That's a way to block. Because I have a crap ton of damage from my rampage at this point, so I can just kind of mash through it. Here we go. Another tough choice. Fiendfire helps me end fights really quickly and can help me really get my deck thin. Reaper, if I get into the strength archetype, is the best card in the game, basically. Brutality is also there. It's fine. My gut's telling me I need to pick Fiendfire because I have a feeling the avocado will kill me otherwise. Wait, what's the cost of my deck? 2, 2, 2, a lot of ones. Snecko also let me draw more cards. These two relics are weak. It's a Snecko angle. It is a Snecko angle. Hey, it's the second time we've heard Act 2 music all stream. There's a 3 elite path, just has like 0 campfires, but I can always wuss out and go this route instead. Like, after this shop, I can make the decision of if I'm strong or if I'm weak. So, I'll make that decision at the shop. Hey look, it's avocado. Hey look, I'm dying. Snecko moment. Snecko is one of the best relics in the game, just not when you're unlucky. I'm gonna bash. I'm gonna ghostly armor. And then I'm gonna point a Fiendfire. Rampage is actually kind of putting in work, not gonna lie. Is seeing red good enough? Seeing red, on average, it costs 1. That's +1 energy in it where I get big hands. I actually kind of hope they aren't, because that would prove that I can overcome the RNG. Or is it Havoc? I really don't want to flip Fiendfire off the top with Havoc. That'd be really, really disastrous. So, it's Seeing Red or Skip, and I'm leaning Skip. I'll buy a potion. Well, I have a demon form now. And I'm gonna go bully some elites. If the birds don't kill me. These fools. So the birds are gonna kill me. What the fuck? Absolute Snecko Eye moment. What the hell is this hand? For those of you that are audio only, I have a 2-mana True Grit, 2-mana Bash, 2-mana Defend, 3-mana Defend, 2-mana Clothesline, 2-mana Headbutt, and a 0-mana Defend. So I'm only able to play 2 cards. And 1 is a basic Defend. If I could play 2 normal attacks, I'd get out here losing 1 potion. It is not Jover until I say it's Jover, but I might say it soon. I misclicked, by the way. A Twin Strike Plus with the Strike Dummy. This is 20 damage for 1 mana. That's... And it also scales my strength twice. I'll now chug this and grab the Fear Potion. Okay. Oh. I have nothing more to say. That's Slay the Spire. Never seen that bad of luck. That is the Swing Ripper guarantee. Holy shit. I have never gone that unlucky in my entire time playing Slay the Spire. I stream once. I'm gonna update what I'm doing to... There we go. I'm just gonna jump between a bunch of games just because, like, I just want to hang out with chat at this point. Starting download, it says. Okay. I will be back soon. All right, I'm back. And also, I have it set up so it should noise get out some of the controller clicks. But I think that having the button sounds is part of the experience when you're playing Hades. All right, let me check YouTube Studio to see how many streamers or how many people are watching. 10 current viewers. Let's go. Not bad for a streamer. I'm not doing anything relevant to what I normally do. Pop back open OBS. Hello.
Begging your pardon, Shades.
All right, so in terms of Hades 2, I've played a little bit of this game. I'm working on maxing out every keepsake, so that's a thing. In terms of the big statues over here, I have 2 of the 3 and all that stuff. I mean, we know that in their next book, we're going to see the finished version of the Exemplar. And the Animist was the name of the other class that was previewed. So, yeah. Hades 2 is a very fun game. Let's see here. Let's do Arcana cards, because they made... This is the equivalent of the Mirror. I've actually seen people talk about the Huntress because it scales weirdly with the math. I have... I want another 2-cost card, so 30 damage to foes in your caster.
The cards know.
So I think that if it's your first time watching Hades 2, I'm gonna go do something a little goofy. I'm gonna go Aspect of Thanatos, which is the fast axe. And it builds up crit chance, which you can see next to my health bar. That is percent chance to crit on all my charge up moves, which are a thing in this game. Because now there are the basic attack combos and hold attacks. Casting is now a thing on the ground that roots enemies. Roots. Air quotes. So, yeah. And I'm just going to be swapping between keepsakes that are not max rank yet. So we're going to be playing mono bad keepsakes, basically. And fun fact, the reason this tooth is 1 off is I failed to kill Kronos that one night. That's why it's 1 encounter away, because I didn't actually beat Kronos, so I didn't finish that 1 encounter. So now I'm going to make Lucky Tooth the last thing I finish to do that. Oh, neat. I'd definitely be interested to see a more mathematical breakdown of multiple encounters in, like, one sequence. Because, like, I have my way of looking at it, which is just very hand-wavy, but it's good enough for, like, at-the-table play. So, that's kind of all I care about. Let's go ahead and take... I know Hera got some boon rework, so let's go take Hera's boon, or Hera's keepsake. And let's just play No Fear, very casual.
Into Erebus. Queen Hera.
Each night presents to us a new beginning. Isn't that so, my dear? And on this night, I shall accompany you from the very start until the bitter end.
Alright. So Born Gain was giga nerfed. This used to be like 8 magic primed. It's still probably the best magic restoring boon in the game, so I'm gonna take it. But like...
Our bond renewed.
Alright, cat. Go fishing.
No escape. Soul Belly, I'm honored. Sting
Nice.
away.
I'd definitely be interested in seeing that. Like, I don't have much more to say than, yeah, no, it seems neat. Because, like, I don't care enough to do that level of math analysis.
Such a
Just because I
strange-
found that, like, my ideas of looking at it are good enough. "37 max magic is pretty good. But that max HP, though. What am I going to use max HP? What am I going to use either of this for? You know what? We ball. We're just going to clear 2 encounters really fast. Let's go. We ball.
You again. Vanquished.
Okay, that's 1 counter.
Back. My boon from chaos came alive.
Oh, yeah. Like, a lot of the Paizo APs will actually do, like, encounter waves and do interesting stuff with the encounter building. But the books don't really have strong guidance on that, and most of that is because I think it's so party dependent on how much does your group actually rely on focus points for spell slots versus not relying on any healing at all. Did they roll well in their previous moderate encounter? Like, I think so much of it is so dependent on factors that you cannot calculate ahead of time that I understand why Paizo didn't put a whole lot of guidance on that in their books.
It seems you've earned the good graces of my sister Hera.
I want something rare.
Let's see how this goes.
I'll take that.
There.
I'll take the Poseidon boon here. Ow. It's been a while since I played Hades 2.
The shadows
Yeah,
dissipate.
I mean, like, the normal encounter math wasn't perfect either, so I just think that it'll be a little bit higher variance and a little bit more party dependent when you're starting to look at encounters that come one after another. I don't like Ocean's Bounty,
A
honestly.
wave of power.
I think it's fair to wait for full release first. Because, like, right now, they do actually have all the way to Kronos in the game, and if you want to avoid spoilers, you should probably turn off the stream.
Good shot, sister.
Yeah, they have the, like, underworld fully built. There's just another route that is not fully built yet.
Some nectar.
Hail, sister.
Hey, Artemis. Is everything all right?
So much to talk about, so little time, sister. I'm needed elsewhere, but I wanted to make sure
Yeah,
to send you off.
I'll see you later. I mean, you'd think that way. However, the reason I say chain encounters are going to make things more awkward is because encounters get scarier the lower resources you are at. And if you look at the first encounter as you randomly burning so many resources, you might have fewer resources going into the next fight, which will make that fight harder. But if you beat that first fight easily just due to variance, it'll be, yeah. Hello, Nick. Welcome, welcome. Hades, the Hades games are very good.
Find your mark.
Let's do this again sometime.
I don't have anything that I want to level up. I need a boon on my main tax. Alright, so it's the room where it's just like a bunch, everything's sucking spider things. Bonk. Bonk. Alright, cat, go get it. You tried. My cat might not be the smartest. Come on, Tula. I believe in you. Thank you, Tula. I haven't looked at Godbreaker that heavily. I think it's very cool thematically. I just need to reread it because I know some people are talking about how it interacts very poorly with multi-attack penalty. And because Whirling Throw now has multi-attack penalty. Yeah, no, Supergiant Games has
Look, Tula.
not made a game that is bad. Like, even Pyre was incredible. It's just very much not everybody's cup of tea at that point. Okay, I might have gone too greedy trying to get dash damage.
Ooh.
It's just that Godbreaker calls upon Whirling Throw, if I remember right. Yeah, no, I think that if Godbreaker didn't have multi-attack penalty, it'd be a great feat. It's just that that's kind of not what it is, so... Yeah! Like, I don't know. I think Godbreaker is one of the coolest things that we've seen in terms of thematics. It's just that it's like... I'm not too jazzed absolutely about it, you know what I mean?
Choose one, spurn the other.
Your uncle's proud of you.
Surging on.
You would be wise not to forget yourself with me. Here, let me remind you.
Yeah, that's how I feel. It's a lot of setup for not much payoff.
Gods.
When I think that there are ways to get more payoff easier that aren't level 20 feats, you know? And it kind of sucks because it's such a cool feat, but like, it's just not a good feat. So like, if I were to rank it on tier list, it would probably be like around D tier. Of like, it's a balance concern the other direction.
Satisfied?
Enough already.
Yeah, Godbreaker without map would probably be busted, but like, it's still like, I'm not sure. Let's take the cast hitch. And let's go take the armor. Because also bones are needed for me to be able to upgrade all my weapons to the highest tier aspects. I mean, I don't like the idea of, it's level 20, who cares if it's busted? I like that the game is balanced all the way up to the high levels. I'm complaining that Godbreaker isn't good enough for level 20.
More?
Like, mechanically, it doesn't compute the rest of what's going on at level 20. If it was far and away better than everything else at level 20, I think that would be an issue as well. But if it's restricted to certain builds, then Godbreaker becomes like the ultimate payoff. I just think that builds should be better earlier in the game and like come alive earlier. Now, with Whirling Throw nerf, there really isn't a great reason to play a grapple monk
In the name
anymore.
of Hades. Fit for a queen.
Four actions for one action can say you use. Yeah, no, I saw that one. It's like Swash has some really, really cool stuff in it now. I think Swash was another big winner of the remaster.
One witch to another.
No, I think that you should be asking for cool and balanced stuff. I just don't like the argument of, well, it's level 20, so who cares about balance? That's what I'm complaining about. It's like, I get what you, meant. It's just that, you know. And also, the one that is real is the one far away to the right. It's just I can't get there. Not really easily. Oh, come on. There we go. Now you're gonna do the rings, and then a bunch of guys are gonna spawn. I'm gonna run this way. I'm gonna dodge. I don't have the frog, so I'm gonna need to dodge her polymorph manually, which is kind of annoying, but I still have another phase to think about that. For how much I'm reading chat, I really should be playing a slower game. Do not polymorph me. There we go. By the way, the surround sound actually is active, so I know this one is the one that did it because I heard it the direction of my headphones. One on the far right is real because she always spawns as far away from you as possible. Oh no, it wasn't? Weird. Yo, you know what? True. We need to boot up Cookie Clicker. Okay, give me a moment.
Victory.
So you can't joke about stuff like that with me, because... And hey, with the music softly in the background, it's just like a normal Swing Ripper video. What, me playing Cookie Clicker? Come on. You get to listen to C418 music. Erratic predictions would probably be a decent video idea. Oh, come on. I played one layer of the Underworld and then realized, oh wait, I shouldn't play action games if I want to interact with chat super heavily. Yeah. I need to learn how to live stream while playing action game, because like that's a skill that I don't have, just like at all. I think I need to find time to read chat and like have discipline of looking on my second monitor at all times. Alright guys, who wants to go into the stock market? I can go into my Pantheon. Let's go ahead and make golden cookies more powerful, because we're going to be staring at the screen for a while. We can go gambling in the stock market and cookie clicker. Alright, so do we gamble on cereal, chocolate, butter, sugar, or nuts? Which one do you want to gamble on, chat? It's your pick. Honestly, I get that. For Cookie Clicker is a big game that's just like a time sink. I mean, yeah, this is a game where you learn about compounding interest rates. It was the first really big idle game. And it was originally made as a shitpost to show like what the gaming industry is becoming, and then it became a really popular game because it plays psychological tricks in a very efficient way. Oh, chocolate only goes up, line goes up. I understand. We're buying a chocolate. Let's go nuts. Okay, we're gonna get a nut. Another team chocolate. So I'll buy one more chocolate bar, and then we're gonna give it a rest on the stock market. We're gonna see where people end up. Okay. We bought stocks. And stock market is actually does not care about golden cookie bonuses or anything. So I'm just waiting for golden cookies to spawn. If I actually get out of full screen here, full screen off, I can put this on one side of the monitor, and I can have Chrome on the other side, and we can talk about Pathfinder while this is going on, so we can just like have all of the crap going on. This is a stream layout right here. This actually doesn't look that bad as a stream layout. Actually, wait. Hold up. Cookie Clicker and Chill might be like a stream type that I make, like, occasionally. They had Howl with Wild, which is cool. Do I have errata predictions? Not really. No. Like, all the errata predictions I have were stuff that's in the remaster. If I were to give a prediction, it would be that Inventor and Gunslinger will get a power level bump in the next 3 years. I've seen the Werebeast archetype. I saw it and I went, oh, you get extra HP. And it has some interesting mid-level feats, but that was kind of it. Yeah, no, this is a Cookie Clicker layout. This is a Cookie Clicker stream. And you can see here's chat. That's the version chat I'm reading. I can expand chat on my end. Yeah, I mean, it was a very safe prediction, to be fair. I'm not claiming it to be a brave, hot take prediction. I'm just saying that is my prediction. You know what? I'd expect that the Gunslinger also is going to have its alchemical stuff adjusted to be closer to what we see from the archetypes, but we're going to need to see. And also, if you guys see a golden cookie, I want to see the entire chat light up. New pair finished. I'm going to open up my copy of Player Core 2 on the second monitor. So I can answer Player Core 2 questions. Oh, golden cookie. Mines are giving me bonus production. Okay, I'll buy some more mines. We're going to mine diamonds, chat, and we're going to convert the diamonds into cookies. It's 100 million for 2%. That's not enough. So chat, I'm gonna save it for Wizard Tower now. I keep on hearing good things about Team Plus, but it's just like college student budget. So I haven't really yeah, no, like if people want to like have me review their stuff, they can reach out to me and I can say, hey, if you give me a review copy, I'll make a video on it. And as long as they don't say you must only say nice things, I'll be down to do it. Like pretty much. And I don't think I'm the harshest critic in the world. I don't want to like say, I really like this, and when I don't, you know? Yeah. Like, a lot of the third-party books are pricey, and I get why they do that. Like, they have to, in order to keep the lights on. But... Oh, and also, nuts are going down, by the way. Nuts was a bad buy. Whoever said nuts, who was it? You need to be banned. Joking. Yeah. The stock market is very volatile, just because I don't have high enough level banks yet. You know, 2015 plus, you can make it happen? Hey! If you can pull some strings, I'm down. Like, and I'm known to be an optimizer head, so if I say this is actually really balanced according to rules, yeah, no, you should be sorry. But because you said sorry, you're alive for now. Nuts will bounce back up. That's what they do. They're ball shaped, so they're gonna bounce. But yeah, no, if you can get me in contact with some of the Team Plus people, I'm down to talk about cool stuff that's happening in that world. I think I'm actually going to save up for Golden Idol, because temples are currently 18% of my CPS, so therefore doubling that is probably going to be good. Anyway, back to opening up Player Core 2. That's what I was doing. Oh yeah, I know that the Roll for Combat people are open to collabs and stuff. I've actually been on stream with Mark Seifter along with Ronald the Rose Lawyer, because Ronald was one that organized it, and so I got to tag along. So yeah, like that is a connection I can reach out to. It's just that I feel kind of weird about reaching out to people that are like actually like been in the scene for longer, but I really shouldn't be, because at this point I am kind of establishment. It's like I've been doing this for like a year-ish now, so. Therefore, the nut stocks only trend down, and this says... You're right, they're going down even harder, so... yeah. Alright, now I have Player Core 2 open on the other monitor. I just am not allowed to show that much of Player Core 2 on screen, because that breaks the confidentiality that Paizo gave me my review PDF with. So, I'm not going to do that. No matter how much you ask. The nuts are keeping on going down. I don't know. They've halved in price. Like chocolate has also fallen massively. So let's not forget about the chocolate people's sins. You know, the stock market's generally crashed except for sugar and butter. So, do they have options for Player Core 1? No. Player Core 1 and Player Core 2 are very self-contained. And they said that in the preview, so yeah. Like that one now, that's 30% of my cookies per second. That's great. Yeah. Alright, you go to bed. I'll say goodnight. The entire stream has just been a series of bad RNG, hasn't it? I sure hope this isn't an omen. Honestly, more nautical options for the witch generally, I'd really love to see. Yeah. I can understand the needing to shoot B-roll grind, even though I don't do it. There's a reason I don't do it. Also, now that the sun is set behind me, I can turn down that lamp, and now we have my normal video lighting. Was I surprised my feats that didn't make it into Player Core 2? No, not really. Paizo kind of announced that, oh, we weren't going to reprint litanies, and everything that I think is core to the class made it in. I really wasn't that shocked by a lot of Player Core 2. Other than, like, the class chassis changes. I'm not going to click on until chat mentions the golden cookie. Okay, it's actually going away. No! Alright, so that's going to end the stream. I'm just going to... I think chat might be on a delay. That's the issue. Golden cookie moment, truly. Truly. Yeah, I didn't notice that Gorilla Stance was missing. I think that might also be it. I haven't looked through like, ooh, this is missing from Remaster. I just kind of was like, whatever. Oh my god, nuts keep on falling. By the dip. No. Yeah, no, it's not your fault there's delay. I don't think Gorilla Stance is gone. I think Gorilla Stance is just not printed in the newest book. Like, that's how we need to look at it as a community. Because it isn't that, oh, they're not printing stuff because they want to be nerfed to oblivion. It's just, it simply didn't make it into the book for some reason. And, like, that's all it is. It's nothing massive. It's just, it'll get reprinted eventually. Oh yeah, no, it's fine to be dramatic on live stream chat, because where else are you supposed to be dramatic, you know? I'm sinking down my chair, so I'm going to just simply... this. So I can just do that. Just adjust the camera instead of adjusting the camera. The physical camera's there, and that's like outside of arm reach, so I don't care. Nuts is in the ground now. Okay, I'm gonna buy some nuts. I now have maxed out my purchases of nuts. I hope nuts bounce back up. Yeah. Like, Remaster did also want to make books smaller, so they cut out a lot of lore content from, like, specifically the core rulebook. So, yeah. I turn this off and then have lighting be better. Yeah, lighting's a bit more dramatic now, but that's fine. But yeah, I think that when I live stream in the future, I'm gonna like have this be text for what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna have Cookie Clicker up, also has the music and everything else, just Cookie Clicker's up, and I'm just gonna have whatever we're actually talking about here in the middle of the screen, and we can like go back to Cookie Clicker as just like chilling. I think this is a winning formula. I think we can do it. Yo, nuts up 13.91%. Yo, nuts bouncing. The nut bounce is real. I mean, at least it ain't Subway Surfers, you know what I mean? Cookie Clicker is still a game that it's just kind of like you're sitting there watching a number go up. So, it's a pretty chill game for between all discussions. We can just collectively watch a number go up. Oh, and speaking of number go up, I'm gonna pull this tab over here. I'm gonna go onto my actual studio page. Well, there's no way for me to crop out that. So I don't want to reveal my average revenue right now. So, Subway Surfers does take a lot of focus to be viable. This is the graph of my subscribership gain per video, or per day. And you can see, guess which 2 videos I asked people to subscribe. And this video here, that's a thumbnail you should know. It's this one that got a mass amount of views because I was one of the first people to get out a video on Player Core 2. And it gained me 454 subscribers in one day. I'd pull up my phone, refresh, and the number would go up. It was wild. I'm gonna then drag that back over here. Close it. So, like, asking for subscribers does work. Yeah, like, people legitimately forget to subscribe, and I can prove it with my own data. So, there is. And I got in there when there was a big time, and I knew that video was gonna go off no matter what I did. So I had the long subscribership plug. You know, I think your friend is based. The game is unplayable. Although, you know, I think that the current serum is pretty funny and that you can have an alchemist just generate it a lot. So there's the whole thing of like, take this, come back in 6 months and we'll talk again. So, yeah, like, and for my videos, I put in like a subscriber plug halfway through and like 1 in 10 right now. And I should probably increase that to around a 1 in 3, like probably, if I wanted to grow. But subscribership is more of a vanity metric, because I've also seen from my statistics, most of my viewership comes from the homepage of YouTube or the watch next recommended on the sidebar. It's only like 9% of my viewership that comes from notifications or people watching from the subscriber page. And then like I have another 5% coming from Google searches, but it's only 5%, so. I think that subscribership, it's just a way for YouTube to say, this person likes interacting with this channel right now. Subscribers are, it's more of a vanity metric that you can then tell companies like, hey, I am a YouTuber with X many subscribers. So. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it's just an alchemical alternative. Like, I want to say that the, yeah, because the serum was in GM core, and what we're talking about is an alchemical item that does the same thing, but slower. So now there's an alchemical way to do it, as well as a magical way, because this was not creatable by alchemists. So, that's the difference. Yeah. And we can see it's in GM core page 260. Yeah. So, serum of sex shift is fine. It's still there. It lives. Yeah, we've definitely lost money in the stock market today. True. Gamer rights. It's just a funny statement. I don't have my Blahaj up here right now, but it's currently hanging out in my room because it's a nice pillow, like actually. You know, I already accomplished everything I wanted to do on the stream. Something that I might give it like another few minutes and like close up shop soon. Actually, I can go to my Forge page. I'm actually going to drag this over here while I get into the game, because I can introduce you to the party. No, I'm gonna get rid of all this other noise. We're just gonna look at the nut trade. I already clicked on it. That's a long delay for chat. That's like a 30-second delay, which is kind of rough. YouTube stream settings, please. I'll definitely figure that out for the next stream. And I'll try to get a shorter delay. Like, delay isn't super important for what I'm doing, but... You know, it'd be nice to have less delay, for sure. Any games that only have the players be initiative order. I don't quite know what you mean by that. I can name a few games that don't have initiative for combats, but I don't understand your question, so. Nut's going up. Nut goes up. The line goes up, guys. Players' initiative acting in the respect turns, whereas enemies have some other mess to determine where they go. I mean, so I know that a lot of rules like games will actually just straight up not have a set initiative order, and it's just things happen when they make sense. Like, I know that's very common in the PBTA style. Alright, you're gonna make your exit? Alright. I'll see you later, and I'll maybe do more jank streams in the future, but I make zero promises on it. I haven't read a lot of Shadowrun, so... Or really any, so... Nuts go up. Nuts go up. I mean, this is gonna sound weird, but Dungeon World, but the books are horrible. Just look up the rules on Google instead. And follow my friend Tabletop Bro. He has videos that actually teach you how to play, unlike the rulebook, which doesn't. If you want to have a fantasy game that goes along those lines, that's how you do it. I'm going to post a link. Like, if you want to figure out, like, the rules-light way of approaching the fantasy hero game, that's how I do it. I mean, the thing is, I think that how unstable actions work in general, they are very splashable. And I think Inventor archetype as a whole is weak unless you have free archetype. So I'm kind of fine with it. If they want to change that, they're going to need to probably rework Megaton Strike itself. Like, I don't even think it's that strong necessarily. Because, like, people can splash for Spell Strike anyway. Like, Magus is a stronger archetype overall. So I don't really care. That's my opinion. Like, yeah, archetypes have powerful stuff. Sure. I don't think that's above the bounds of what is acceptable to me. Yeah. Look, line's going up. It's orange. It's orange. Oh, we gotta change the colors. No, it's green. It's green. Get back to dark mode. Yeah, I can show you. I'm just running the game inside my punks and a powder keg sitting, but here are the PCs for the stream event. So we got the fighter who used the Ironclad's artwork, a reference to earlier in the stream for those who were there. And the witch I decided to have be an enemy from Act 2 that we didn't even see because I died in Act 1 so much. And there's the familiar. Just a little goofy. Then you have the cleric from the thumbnail of that video in reference to... And then the champion is All Might. I don't have a justification for that one, I just thought it was funny. So this is the grouping. The witch I slightly changed because I learned that you cannot actually do meta magic on amped spell. So therefore, for the witch, I decided to actually go wizard archetype instead. Can you shorten a cookie clicker? No, you cannot. I know they did an April Fool's update, so... I mean, yeah. The cookie clicker kind of got thrown up as a joke, and now I can't take it down because I feel like the stream would be incomplete without it. But this is roughly what we're gonna have for the actual live stream. It's just that that will not be there, and it'll just be like this. And so you're gonna see the map and the character sheets I've opened like this. And I can hover over characters to have them appear in the bottom left. All Might. So for tomorrow's stream, that's the game plan. And also my cat is here. I'm gonna hold her up to the camera. Say hi. The wizard archetype is just for a couple cantrips. Hello, Ron. The live stream is happening in 22 hours. To adjust. No, not 22 hours. When is it happening again? I need to look at the actual start time that was officially set. Because I was talking between a bunch of different time zones. For me, it's at 5:30, which is in... math. 20 hours. 20 hours from now. Ish. But yeah, wizard archetype is mostly there so I can have electric arc. And ignition got thrown alongside it for everything else. You know, with my cat here, I'm not allowed to move, so therefore, here's cat. You've planned it out? Nice. I know you sure do a lot more planning than I do for videos. Guys, nut stock went down for a little bit. The nuts went down. Yeah. I know, time zones are wacky. So. If people need to go to bed, go to bed. Yeah. Talk to you later, Ron. Hopefully you get good luck slaying the Spire. I didn't earlier in the stream. Nuts have flattened out. The nuts are flat. And the cat is glaring at me because I stopped petting her for a brief moment. But she is right there. I know. I know. Poor baby. If I go to main, I mean, just webcam, I can then... Because this is the important part of the stream now. Yeah, like, I think new Oracle will be better for the game overall. I was playing at Ascension 20. Monk's flare maneuvers, I think, play very poorly with most of what makes the wrestler archetype good, which is combat grab. So, in terms of that, I think that Monk plus wrestler is weak in general, but flurry maneuvers is like the big thing keeping like grappler based monks on the map. And she's gonna jump off, so I'm gonna adjust the camera and then go back to stream setup. Yeah, that's the idea. And I think I'm going to call the stream in the next 5 minutes or so. So, yeah. Cat jumped off. I have fewer reasons to stay, and I still need to make dinner because it is 9:30 my time, and I have not eaten dinner yet. So, I'm going to go do that. I had, like, a plate of nachos, like, at dinner time, but, like, I need to make real food. So, I'm going to go do that. I'm going to say goodbye to chat. Tune in tomorrow at just, like, 2 hours before this stream started is when the stream tomorrow is going to start. So, yeah. We'll see each other then. I'll be signing off. And this is the part where I'd fade to black, but I can't really do that in a live stream format. So you're going to need to use your imagination. All right? Imagine I fade to black. There's the button.